So we've seen this move to the downside play out on near, where we had a WXY structure that formed, and you can see that the Y wave ended up exceeding past the typical range, which is anywhere between 1 to 1.226 of the W wave, and that region sits between $2.40.4 to $2.51. And here you can see that we ended up not retracing towards the 1.618 level, which is a good sign, because what that tells me is what we don't have forming is an impulsive move to the downside where we could see low lows. And so it's possible that we ended up bottoming out at this level here at $2.30.1, and we could see that move to the upside, which seems to be the case at the moment. And you can see that we ended up breaching past some key levels such as the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. And we also ended up breaching past this level here, which is the wave W or the wave X origin. And this level sits at $2.58.1. And so, yeah, what I'm looking at for right now is for a 5-wave move to the upside where we could breach past the lower top. And right now you can see that smart money concept is indicating that we have a strong high. And so if we breach past this level, that will then trigger a breakout structure and a change of character on smart money concept, which then further confirm that we are bullish. And there'll be a high likelihood that we then tap into this range here that I set out previously. And this range will actually be slightly adjusted given that we've seen a low low. And so if I bring in the fib tool, and what you can see is near has the opportunity or the potential to reach anywhere between $3.32.7 to $3.72.9. And so this is the next move that I'm looking at for right now. Here you can see that we ended up exceeding past the 1.236 level, but we failed to retrace towards the 1.618 level. And so it's possible that we do have a WXY structure where the Y wave ended up exceeding past the typical range, which is anywhere between 1 to 1.236. And then we see that reversal to the downside. And if that's the case, then what we could have forming is a bigger WXY structure. But I'm looking for a 5-wave move to the upside where we retrace towards this level here, which then trigger a 5-wave structure. And we could then see that continuation to the upside. And so, yeah, it's possible that we are within this third wave, where if I draw this out, this will be wave 1, this will be wave 2, and then we see the wave 3 as a minimum requirement has to reach this level here. And then we see wave 4 and wave 5 play out. And it's possible that we have a 5-wave structure that's forming right now within this third wave. So if I drop down to the hourly chart, and so what I'm looking at for right now, if I draw this in, is for this to be the wave 1, a wave 2, and then we see a wave 3, 4, and 5 play out to form that wave 3. And within this wave 3, what we need is another 5-wave structure to form. So if I bring in the fib tool and bring this to $2.46.8. And so as a minimum requirement, the third wave would need to reach this level here. So if I remove this for now, the third wave would need to reach $2.62.4 as a minimum requirement. And it looks like we ended up exceeding that level, where we could have topped off over here. And then we had a wave 4 and a wave 5 that played out. And so once again, if I bring in the fib tool and check to see what's taking place over here. So here we reached $2.61.9. And so here you can see that we fell short of this level here, at $2.77.2, which tells me that this move here is the third wave. If I draw this in, this would be the wave 1, wave 2, a wave 3, wave 4, and a wave 5, and that will then complete this third wave here. And so yeah, it's possible that we ended up forming the wave 4 at this level here at $2.76.6. And we can see that fan push to the upside to complete this 5th wave, which in turn would then complete the 3rd wave. And so the short-term target would be anywhere between $2.85.8 to $2.88.7. And so here you can see that we have the potential to breach past the 1.6 level at $2.85.2. And so yeah, this is the next move that I'm looking at for right now. And if we do so, then that will then trigger a 5-wave switcher, which will then further confirm that we are on a bullish trend, and we could then tap into this range here. And you can see that on the hourly chart, we are within the oversold conditions. And so at some point, I'm looking at for the bulls to continue to regain momentum and continue to drive the price of near towards high highs. And if I go in the 4-hour chart, we are within overbought conditions, and so we do have to be slightly cautious. Maybe this could play in line with this wave 4 that will play out at some point, and then we see that reversal to the upside in the days to come. And I believe the same can be said on the 8-hour chart, where we are within the overbought conditions. And on the daily chart, you can see that the bulls still have the momentum, and so we could see a fan push to the upside where we tap into this range, and then shortly after we'll then see a bigger retracement to the downside. But of course, that's something I'm going to be tracking in the days to come, and I'll keep you guys updated. And so yeah, that's just my update on NEAR. Hopefully you found this useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people.